Hey Zander, believe it or not, it's Wednesday. I kept telling myself I would make this video in the morning or this evening when I have some time, the next day, then the next day, but here we are. First of all, I do not envy you your diet of dog food. I think I understood that correctly. So yeah, I'm really sorry it's such a hard time for you right now. So like you were saying, I also feel like I'm an extrovert who's been cut off to some degree from making new friends or socializing at all. I mean, the only new people I've gotten to meet are at my job, which doesn't really feel like the greatest social balance. But I did get a job. I started working at a scooters location inside of a hospital. It's a coffee shop, which I think you are aware of, and it's a pretty neat place. I only have a few part-time hours at the moment, so I'm still looking for some side hustle stuff to keep me going. But as far as interacting with other people goes, it really hit home with me recently how much I need that. I couldn't really get to sleep the other night, and I was lying awake frustrated about that, and I realized that one contributor to my current mental state is not being able to feel like I am making a difference in anything. Now, when I first realized that, my first instinct was to talk to you about it as some societal problem or on some big global scale. You might have noticed that I tend to do that rather than talk about what's actually going on in my personal life. Because my first instinct is not to talk about my own problems, especially not in a personal way. If I can frame it as a problem with the world, then that deflects the need for vulnerability a bit. But I do have problems. So there it is. I have been struggling with the feeling of not being able to do much at all, or to contribute anything besides occasionally coffee to the world, or to be a major part in people's lives. However, there have been a few moments that have made my life feel like a real, useful, worthwhile life recently. The other day, I had to work a little longer than I was scheduled to cover for a coworker who had to go home early. And in that time, I got to work a little bit on my own. There was still a manager there, but I was able to run things without really needing her help. And that made me feel confident in my job again. I'd been struggling and anxious about what will happen when I do have to work on my own, and worried that I won't know the drinks or I'll mess stuff up for customers. And this really helped to counter that and make me feel confident that I'll be able to do my job well. I also started hashing out an idea that I'm going to text you about as soon as I upload this video. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. Ooh, here's another new friend I met this week. You saw her show up on my Twitter feed the other day. This is Raina, who moved in with us on Saturday and has already established an excessive need for attention. She will constantly be asking you to pet her, bumping her head up against your hand, and then as soon as she realizes that you're not going to give her attention, she will run off and go take a nap or ask somebody else to start loving on her. Okay, yeah. I hope you're able to find things that spice up life a bit as well. And your glasses look good on you. Keep them. Zander, I'll see you later.